Hello guys, and welcome to another Tech Talk Tuesdays. I'm sorry there's no video on Monday, but I just totally forgot it was Monday. I had the day off, just chilled, actually had a barbecue, it was very nice. Very great day. Although I totally forgot that it wasn't weekend, so I forgot to record a video. Whatever. Anyway, I'm sorry if you hear work in the background, because there is. There's land people here, you know what they call them, landscapers. So that's just the noise. Without further ado, let's get right into some tech news. Dirt Rally, which is a car video game, I thought that was obvious, at Pikes Peaks. I don't know what that is. I think that's a location. Okay, what else? Former international devs announced Perception, a sound-based horror game. That's kind of cool. So Perception is a first-person horror game played by the perspective of a young woman who can't see. That's interesting. Fraudulent Elder Scrolls keys will be deactivated today. That's interesting. I mean, you've seen other MMO companies take a similar stance, but not specifically fraudulent keys, but like also stuff like subscriptions and stuff. Well, not accounts like with massive ban things. Like I think World of Warcraft has some pretty massive bans in the past, but it's good to see that Elder Scrolls developers are doing that for Elder Scrolls Online, which I mean, that's good. I don't really care about Elder Scrolls Online, so I really don't care specifically, but you know, whatever. Okay, let's see what else. We have a Mad Max trailer that features a road and extreme anger. It's almost furious, but not quite. That's funny because Fast and the Furious. Ha ha ha. Once Upon a Timeline is a free game about time travel, which is pretty cool. I don't know whether or not it's available on Steam. If I had to make a guess, I would say yeah, it probably is. Okay, let's see. Guild Wars 2 Heart of Thorns closed beta starts today. I don't know if this actually came out today. This came out 7 hours ago, so it's like either today, this morning, or yesterday, whatever. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's see. Grimstone is a brutal 2D combat platformer that you can play for free. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, again, this is probably something to be on Steam. I don't know specifically because it doesn't say, but this is on PC Gamer, so I'm going to assume yes. If not, you can probably find the website of it. Resident Evil 0 HD Remaster is reportedly coming to PC, which is awesome. I mean, I don't know how I usually feel about remasters, but I mean, it's not going to hurt. It gives the developers some money. And if it's a good game, they deserve the money. It's some extra money for it. And I mean, as long as it's not a remaster, like really close to when it came out, you know. But I think remasters are generally pretty good. The Witcher, it was almost a top-down ARPG with no playable. I don't know. You say like, Geralt. Our early demo shows how the game originally looked in 2002. Oh, okay, yeah. That's interesting. Oh, so it would be top down compared to like, if you. I actually did a playthrough of Witcher 3. It was third person. It was okay. The controls were weird, but it was a good story. Let's see. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt gets another update. The Witcher 3 1.04 patch improves textures and hairwork performance and fixes a number of bugs. Now, I mean, it just came out, so it's kind of like I get that they have updates to fix the problems that came out during launch, but I wonder whether or not they could continue updating it constantly, because that'd be good if they do, but I don't know. It seems like a lot of times people, these developers will go more for the DLC stuff, and they'll make things like updates, except it'll just make it a DLC thing. And I don't know how I feel about DLC. I think if it's not something that was created at the same time, I'm fine with it. But if something that's made at the same time, especially when it's shipped on the disc, like first day DLCs, I don't really think that makes sense. If you're gonna pay money for a game, you should get the fucking game. But you know, enough of that. I don't know how much I mumbled through that because I did not cut once. But yeah, I'll leave you guys with some tech news. Now to the part with all the jump cuts, given that I have trouble pronouncing many of the words. NASA and DARPA collaborating on deep web search to analyze spacecraft data. That's interesting. Researchers at JPL have joined with DARPA to develop deep web search tools for mining vast data stores of NASA spacecraft and other science-related objectives. That's interesting. It's interesting because I think this might help sort of get the stigma off the deep web. You know, when people think of the deep web, they think of the Silk Road and other illegal businesses, but it really is it's so much of the internet, and it's most of the internet, and it's just unindexed. Like, it's a lot of it's stuff that just people wouldn't really care about, and yes, it is true, illegal activity does go on there, but it's good to see that that these companies are using it for something good, because it will remove the stigma from it. You know, just my opinion. Let's see. What did I say about the jump cuts? Oh, that's because I just fucking burped. It's okay. It's okay. The Witcher 3 can't maintain 30 FPS on either PS4 or Xbox One. You know, usually this is a moment where I would spout the PC Master Race thing, but I'm just going to read the article. The Witcher 3 has been both critically and commercially successful since its release last week, but it's not without its issues. Most notably, the frame rate on PS4 and Xbox One has been subpar, like most games. Nobody sincerely expected it to be hitting 60 FPS on either consoles, but it seems that they can't even maintain a solid 30 FPS. We're a year and a half into this console generation, and AAA developers still can't keep the frame rates up. Hashtag PC Master Race, hashtag fuck consoles, hashtag YOLO. I don't really know what else to add that. Also, I cut, even though you couldn't tell. 6 things you may not know about calligraphy. I don't actually know if I pronounced it right. I might not have. And the funny thing about that is that it sounds like a BuzzFeed article, except it's not. Even though it was invented over 70 years ago, calligraphy remains the best candidate for achieving true 3D displays. Here we present 6 things you may not know about the strange and wonderful world of calligraphy. Okay, I'm going to cut here, and I'm also going to Google how you pronounce it. Holography is how you said. And if you don't know what that is, because I didn't know what that is, it's holograms. Don't know why I just say that, but whatever. Number 1, Tupac is not a hologram. He's actually in the Government Protection Service. That's just a headline. When you see Tupac, Michael Jackson, or anyone for that matter, you're dead. And or high. Whatever. Projected in the way that you see in concerts, you know what they're talking about. It's actually a trick, and the fundamental hologram has no relations whatsoever. The trick that's being used was invented in the 1800s by John Pepper to wow unsuspecting audience members that a ghost had appeared next to the actors on stage, pictured above. You know, it's a picture, whatever. In reality, a clever illusion was employed, whereby a piece of glass at an angle placed between the audience and the stage was used to reflect the light from the actor below the stage towards the audience, but still allowing them to see through the stage ahead because the glass is effectively transparent. We think that there is a ghost hovering on stage. As much as such, most holograms seen on TV are some variant of this today. That's pretty interesting that it came from the 1800s. Whatever. Okay. There are a bunch of other facts that I don't really feel like going into, mostly because none of them are as interesting, and they don't have the awesome headline, Tupac is not a hologram. Very interesting. Anyway, with that, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, and have a pleasant tomorrow. Also, yeah, peace. Word. I don't know how to leave.